Hello, comic book fans. The X-Men call on James and Heather Hudson of Alpha Flight to uncover Wolverine's animalistic rage. Will Wolverine be the same since being stripped of his adamantium? We are seeing a feral Wolverine, unhinged and unpredictable. Like and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more. Before joining the X-Men, Wolverine was part of a team called Alpha Flight. Guardian and Vindicator have come to check on how Wolverine is doing after having his adamantium removed from his skeleton by Magneto. Tests and sensors indicate that Wolverine and Sabretooth have a number of matching results. Wolverine can't stand the sight of Sabretooth and knows he's faking it with the wounded kitten look he is putting on. Professor X, Beast, and the two guests are out to find out why Wolverine's behavior is regressing since having the adamantium removed, and hope Sabretooth's comparison can help them find the answer. They bring up one of Wolverine's latest worrying acts that has them concerned how much Wolverine's behavior will regress. A holographic scan right after Wolverine punched a claw through Sabretooth's head shows major damage done to both brain hemispheres. If Sabretooth didn't possess a mutant healing factor, he would surely be dead. More recent scans show the trauma is no longer evident. It is unknown if any behavioral changes caused by the claw may be temporary or permanent. Tests for the day are over for Sabretooth. Round 2 for Wolverine.
Hey,
Boomer naively wants to walk Sabretooth back to his room. Wolverine has to prove to them that he is not losing it. Time to head over to the danger room. The next tests are going to simulate environments that gauge his senses and reflexes in stressing situations. They take him back to the cold, Arctic ice storm cold. The wires they have him hooked up to reminds him of a half-remembered dream, something in his past he doesn't want to remember. Or a nightmare. A red rage bubbles up from the inside. A fury trying to burst out of him. Pure bloodlust. Nothing can stand in his way.
Terminate the simulation.
relax, Wolverine. You are with friends.
It was like a secret door was swung wide open for a moment. In that moment was a glimpse of a wild time, roaming like an animal, being hunted like an animal by the predator called man. They chase Wolverine like a starving wolf. The smell is a little off, but they are still human-looking, so Wolverine attacks. Wolverine has got to get out of here, ashamed of what he almost did to his friends. But he didn't go through with the attack, meaning there is a reason behind his attacks, even if it was mistaken. Got to get some air. Under the night cover, away from their scent, to be wild again. But he is still plugged into the monitoring system, where they can observe what he is experiencing. With the monitors, they can watch if the animal within is taking control. This feels better. Wolverine's senses are heightening. He can smell an approaching rider's scent, a familiar scent of someone he has played punch for punch with at a bar. Only thing is he let him use brass knuckles. But in the other direction is another familiar scent. But the car's brakes are shot, shoes are worn down, tires are thin, and an overwhelming stench of alcohol vapor is all around the car. Wolverine rushes down to the blind curve. Back at the mansion, all they can see is his movements and the location on a map. Wolverine is moving faster than ever without the weight of the adamantium in his bones. His heart is pumping, brainwaves show concern or distress. He senses danger, but to himself or others, his body is primed for action. Stop! He's not stopping. Too late.
Those readings. Half his bones are snapping. Spleen, kidney, liver, heart damage in an instant. So much pain, so fast. His organ function readings are back to normal. They were almost flatlined seconds ago. Wolverine's mutant healing factor is working at a tremendously accelerated pace. This must be the true rate of Wolverine's healing factor when it isn't compensating for the adamantium. He must be in constant pain with the adamantium. What is he doing with his claws?
The animal in Wolverine tells him to let that creep fry in the flames. But he ain't that animal. Or at least that is what he wants to believe. The sensors capture Wolverine in a new pose. They turn off the sensors. Wolverine has earned their trust and his privacy. Who has been watching events unfold, also observing Wolverine and knowing he's ready for what comes next. Comment if you liked the video, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and support by checking out our merch with details in the description. Now, thank you for watching. I hope you had a good time viewing the video, and we'll see you on the next one.